Hello, thanks for being here with me, Tiger Lilith Tarot. We are going to be doing a dark moon or balsamic moon reading for Virgo placements. This is for Virgos because we just entered into your season. Happy birthday, Virgos. Enjoy. We are going to look at the dark moon. We are headed towards a new moon in your season. But with this dark moon phase is waning, energy is dying down. So we are going to take a look at a few different things. I'm going to start with oracle cards, and then we are going to look at the tarot for the rest of the way. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Before I started your reading, I always do like a meditation before I start the readings, and lavender, I don't know if that's of any importance to anyone, but lavender is what came up. So do with that information what you will. And we've got, so message from the subconscious, we have number 17, misalignment. Miracles become normal once we face all of the aspects of our life in the same direction. So, Virgo, you might be feeling kind of intuitively that something is out of alignment. We're going to look more at what that might be. I'm getting a feeling here that your subconscious is trying to tell you that there are miracles around you that you might not be seeing. Because, it says miracles become normal once we face all of the aspects of our life in the same direction. I almost feel like the message here from your subconscious is to accept that miracles can be normal, that whatever you might deem or, define as a miracle in your life, maybe it's more, maybe kind of believing that those quote miracles, again, whatever a miracle is for you, exists in your life, is all you need to do to actually make it a normal part of your life. All right, let's see here. What lessons are integrating? The star. Okay. Okay, how to find peace in the darkness, the moon. So that's interesting here because we have consecutive numbers coming out. The moon comes right after the star. This is number 17. The star card is number 17 as well. 17 breaks down to 8. We have 3 8s coming out already here. So Virgo, there is something magical happening because the number 8 in the tarot is about cycles. It's about nature. But I see it also as a, 7s are manifestation, 8s are kind of a application of that manifestation. So before I actually get in the detail of reading the cards, it looks to me like something special is happening during this moon phase. We have the 7 of Wands at the top. Okay. Sun at the bottom. So we have a lot of Leo energy coming out here, Virgo. We're just getting out of Leo season, so that makes sense. But 7 of Wands, Strength, and the Sun, all Leo cards. So Virgos, you could have some Leo in your chart here, or again, maybe just Leo. I'm almost getting more the feeling that Leo season was influential for you in some way, shape, or form. Let's look at this here. We have lots of major arcana coming out too. So we have the star under what lessons are integrating. Feels like you're learning to be more open. You're learning to, there's lessons of expansion that are integrating. I feel, Virgo, that it's possible you've had thoughts kind of percolating in your brain, and now you are, during this moon phase, you're contemplating, I don't know, I really feel you sitting with yourself and seeing about how you can take those thoughts and expand on them, possibly put them out into the world if you've been holding them inside. There's a sense of inspiration here as well. There's something you're learning about. There's something you're integrating in yourself about inspiration. Maybe there's an acceptance that you yourself can inspire others. And that's part of you taking these percolating thoughts and putting them out into the universe in whatever form that takes. We're going to clarify more and see. Then we have the moon here, how to find peace in the darkness. I'm reading this moon card as your emotions and kind of allowing yourself to delve into them. Allowing yourself to react instinctually. Right? We have the two wolves on this particular moon card, and they are, howling at the moon, kind of bowing at the moon, and it's because that's what they do. When the moon comes out, a wolf howl, right? They're reacting from an instinctual place inside of themselves. And there's two pillars on this card here, which in the tarot is right, we have the path coming down the center. So it's about taking the journey, going on the journey into a darker area, but following your emotions along the way. And with the moon card kind of being flanked by the star and strength, the strength card is about acceptance. And like I said, we have a lot of Leo energy here. So there's something about accepting that's very strong in this spread. So what the dark moon is incubating is this placement. So we have strength here. So that's why you're learning, excuse me, you're learning to, it's weird, but it's like you're learning to integrate the lessons that you've already learned. I feel, Virgo, it's like you felt very extreme and almost explosive about certain things. And the dark moon is preparing you to be more, to calm those explosive thoughts that I think have been happening with this star card here. And again, it's really encouraging you to dive into your emotions, and your thoughts and your emotions are two different things. And when those two things come together, I almost feel like the strength card is here to say that integrate those two things. When your brain and your heart kind of come together, I almost feel like these two cards, like this is the culmination of these two cards. Like it's about accepting your brain and your emotions as one. And that's kind of what is incubating right now, what you're getting ready for with the next moon phase. And then we have the Seven of Wands at the top, your guide through the dark moon. So Virgo, the Seven of Wands is a card for me of knowing that you know something. And I think there is, you might have to trust yourself, might find like that might be something that you're struggling with, because I feel like you have had so many thoughts here with this star card, and it's like you know something that others don't, is what I feel. And the Seven of Wands is up here kind of, I feel, as a message to tell you to stand your ground and to keep defending what you know to be true. All right, let's take a look at this misalignment message from the subconscious. Strength again. Another 8. Lots of 8s. Like I said, there's magic happening in this spread. Oh wow, and the Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck, which is right up here. Yeah, lots of Leo energy. I feel like you were really affected by Leo season, whatever that means to you. It's like almost like Leo season sparked something inside, like all these thoughts, because you have so many thoughts percolating inside, like just It's like you've been doing a lot of work. Feel like possibly you worked very hard during Leo season, but misalignment with strength here, message from the subconscious. Again, there's this miracles thing. It's like miracles can become normal, right? The strength card, she's petting a lion. That's not a normal thing for someone to do, right? A human really wouldn't walk up to a lion and pet it because it understands the danger. But she accepts the lion for what it is. And because, right, the strength card, she's also in this particular deck, with the original decks, she's dressed all in white, which is to symbolize purity. And she's also got the infinity symbol above her head. There's an understanding of the past, the present, and the future. And there's the white symbolizes here her purity of intention. Because she's not trying to fool the lion, she accepts the lion for what it is. She's not trying to be anything but herself. The lion isn't trying to be anything but itself. And so they're able to come together. And, the way these cards are facing, they're looking at one another. I feel, Virgo, like you're doing the message from the subconscious is almost to kind of look at yourself and see where you can have miracles in your life. Where do you already have miracles in your life? It's almost by acknowledging those miracles, I feel like more will appear. With the star, we have the sun. More Leo energy. All right. The star and the sun. What lessons are integrating? There's something incredibly optimistic happening. For some of you, the lesson that is integrating has to do with children, specifically. Optimism. If you've been wanting to start a family or something like that, the idea of that is like integrating inside of you. But for most of you, I feel like there's just a lesson of, almost feels like you're accepting that expansion is possible. That concept, that brightness, optimism, feeling encouraged by others and feeling supported by others and feeling a sense of faith and hope, I feel like it is being restored inside of you. This is really interesting too, because we have the star, the moon, and the sun. So, like I said, there's something very natural happening here, right? And with the number 8s, to me, part of the reason that they're magic is because it has to do with the natural cycle of what's going on. And another 8. So we have the 8 of Swords with the moon. I feel like this message here really with the 8 of Swords and the moon is saying to hide. The 8 of Swords, the traditional meaning is about being trapped in your mind. How to find peace in the darkness, I feel, is to not be trapped in your mind. Because we have the moon card here. This is all about emotions. Your emotions, delving into them, following your instincts. I just feel like this 8 of Swords card here is a warning. And saying don't get so trapped inside of your head. But I do think there's a message here too of there's an idea that isolation might be a good thing right now. And I think that's because, like I said, with this star card, I was picking up just so many thoughts going on and on and on in your head. And the 8 of Swords is traditionally being in a kind of stuck in your mind. I feel like what it's saying here with the moon is to get out of your mind, but there's something about isolation that I think is a good thing right now. With strength, interesting, okay. It was upside down, we have the 10 of Swords. The dark moon is incubating. possible, Virgo, that with this new moon coming up, you might feel restricted. Your free will, I think, is going to feel restricted in some sort of way. And possibly why the Strength card comes out, I think, is to tell you that I think it's going to require some taming of your willpower, some taming of your own energy. You're going to want things to move faster than they will be. There's an old thought process that's dying here. Some sort of belief system, I think, that you used to hold on to, that used to be true, that used to hold truth for you, is no longer. Like, it doesn't provide you with the sense of comfort that it used to. Okay, Temperance with the Seven of Wands. Your guide through the dark moon. Yeah, Temperance for me is a card of integration. And this area here, the lessons you're integrating, this, Virgo, honestly feels like the most important part of the reading. Because this Star card, I'm getting so, like, your mind just going and going and going, but there's so much optimism that's there for you. And I feel like focusing on this particular area is going to be the most important part of these next few days of this moon phase. Temperance, your guide through the dark moon, as well as defending this integration, defending this process. I think you need some alone time right now, and I feel like there's a message here to stand up for the fact that you need alone time. Again, I was getting, this message here on the Star card, like just your mind going and going. And maybe that's too, maybe you've been interacting with a lot of people. Maybe there are too many opinions going on and you need to just clear your brain and get your thoughts together and integrate your own soul, your own psyche with the psyche of the universe, with the universe itself. Okay, we have the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Knight of Cups in the Sun. Very dreamy energy. Very, I feel like this is what you want. Something very light and optimistic. All right, Virgo, I really hope this reading helped with the dark moon. Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, have a great day, and I will see you at your next reading.